Just a quick trigger warning. The movie does have a quick thing about suicide, so if you don't want to hear about that, skip to.
How should we start this?
Hi.
Hello there.
Cameron decided that our YouTube uploads take too short amount of time, so now we have actual video for these ones for hopefully or possibly all of movie month, unless we break the camera, because Cameron has dropped the tripod and dropped his mic twice before we've started this recording.
Okay, listen.
Welcome movie month. Warning, we are about to spoil the film, Mind Game. If you haven't seen the movie and plan on watching it, leave now and come back later. But if you have seen it, or you just don't care, then please stick around.
Good morning, everybody. It is a wonderful, beautiful sunny day. The skies are blue, people are out and about, news is bustling, and it's a beautiful day not to be stuck in the belly of a whale.
That was oddly specific, Jim, but it is a wonderful day!
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Cinema Roulette. As you could tell by the intro, it is a movie month, and this movie month is really exciting because Justin has made a little wheel for me.
I did. It
Yes.
has 8 options. You heard at the end of our Halloween special.
Yes, so,
And this should be the first Wednesday, unless someone fucked up.
well, you know.
Camera is editing this one.
Well, yeah.
Anyway,
Oh, goodness, sorry.
you should be. We've been sitting here for like 30 minutes. Okay. So, we started off by jumping into the fucking deep end this week with a film. Well, I've seen all these films. Cameron has seen none of them.
Mm-hmm.
And goddamn, today we are. You know, I wrote down the name. I just looked at it, and my brain went, "You don't know how to read that." Anyway, we're watching. We watched Mind Game.
Masaaki Yuasa's Mind Game. And wow, it's really funny because we were thinking, oh, it might be a film to like ease us in or whatever.
I was thinking about how we went quiet.
Damn it. Had to bring it up.
I did.
But yeah, we had to start out with Mind Game. Like, that was the first one the wheel dictated.
For anyone who's seen this movie, that's a fucking deep end. That is jumping into the center of the ocean to learn how to swim.
Yep. You're on your own, buddy.
I'm not sure if we've watched any Satoshi Kon besides Paranoia Agent up to this point, because we're recording this in June. And this is in November.
Mm-hmm.
So if we haven't talked about that, I'm pretty sure in Paranoia Agent, I mentioned how Satoshi Kon is a surrealist. And I was like, oh, he's the only one. I should rephrase that. Satoshi Kon is an approachable surrealist.
Yes.
It's still weird, but even a general audience can understand it. This, not so much.
Yeah, this just goes completely psycho bonkers crazy. It does not care.
Have you seen El Topo? It's kind of like that, except it's animated.
Yeah. And my God, do they use the medium to just fuck with you.
Which animation style would you like to choose? The answer is yes.
The answer, all of them.
Okay, so should I do the summary
Yeah.
of this lovely plot?
Yeah.
It shouldn't take long, technically. there is a childhood couple, Nishi and I'm trying to think of how they say her name.
Mion.
Mion?
Mion.
It's kind of like you know what? No, I'm not going to finish that sentence because it could be mean. Nishi and Mion. Nishi is a coward. And they've been in love since like grade school, but they kind of fell apart. Well, they never truly dated. They only talked over email. Mion found other people to be with, and Nishi never made his move. They're talking about this and how she might get married to her current boyfriend, who is hot. And Nishi almost jumps on it, but decides to be like, "Oh, you're pretty lucky, and there'll be all the suitors will be super sad that you're not on the market anymore." And then they go and get some food. It's a lovely night to get food, especially when two Yakuza show up to try and rob the owner of the diner. Or, I guess it's a diner, right?
Yeah, one's a soccer player, and the other just looks like Joan Vasquez.
Yeah, take what Joan Vasquez draws himself as, and then make him Yakuza.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like. And probably older.
Yeah.
But, the soccer player Yakuza gets really pissed off because the owner isn't there, and due to other things going on, pulls a gun, knocks out Mion's boyfriend, knocks her to the floor as well, and then notices Nishi. Puts the gun up against his ass. Nishi is about to fight back and then gets shot through the ass, out the head.
And he's dead.
He's just dead.
He's dead.
Then Joan Vasquez shoots the soccer player, and we cut to the afterlife with Nishi. Nishi is forced to watch himself die like 100 times over.
Not only on screen, but then there's a giant 3D recreation of his death, just so he can see it.
Him taking a bullet up the ass. And then he finds God. And God's like, yeah, you died. Sucks. Go that way and you'll disappear from existence. I have to go on a date.
Yep.
Bye.
And God is really weird because apparently, like, he, like, quote unquote, couldn't decide, like, what form he should be. So he keeps, like, switching constantly. Like, every second it looks different.
And Nishi's about to accept his fate and go in the portal. And then he looks at God's portal and is like, you know, I could just go to that one.
Yeah.
And then he fucking bolts. He outruns God and is allowed to come back to life. Time rewinds a bit. And he this is a plot point. He grabs the gun with his ass cheeks, flips it around, and shoots the soccer player in the head.
Yeah, he parries the gun with his ass cheeks.
It shoots him in the head. He just clenched his cheeks so okay.
Man, he must have really strong cheek muscles, let me tell you.
Damn, dude,
Like,
did his squats. Then he takes Joan Vasquez's car with the person behind the diner and his not girlfriend. They go out for a drive. The rest of the Yakuza starts to chase him. Is like, you killed one of my best men. We will kill you. They car chase for a while. Nishi does cool shit until they jump off a bridge and get eaten by a giant whale.
Yep, straight up.
Because that happens. Inside the giant whale, the group finds, well, one, you can survive within the giant whale, and two, finds an old man who's been stuck there for 30 years, I think he says?
Yep, he said 30 years.
Is near impossible, well, from the old man's test, is impossible to escape. They do try, but of course they fail. They kind of relax with each other for a bit. Nishi and Moin fuck.
Straight up.
Oh no, they were lying down. Then it turns out the whale might be dying and the water is rising with it. Because the old man built like a base in the roof of the whale's mouth so they wouldn't be hit by the waves.
Mm-hmm.
But the water is slowly rising, so they think the whale is going to die and have to get out before it sinks to the bottom of the sea and there's no escape.
Yep.
They make a boat. Well, they make a longboat and find enough gas. They take gas from the car they were in to power boat motors and then go up the whale's mouth and dodge a bunch of shit that's coming in, like a cruise liner, an airplane, and literally run on water to get up and out, even running on atoms.
No, see, they explain it because he had hairy feet. He
Yeah,
was
like a
able
lizard.
to run it.
And then they jump out of the whale's mouth. Then we get a montage of what happens to them all. Sort of.
Ish.
Kinda. And then the old man kept flashbacking to this cartoon, which had a superhero who could rewind time. And he gets that belt on him. And then everything goes back to the beginning of the movie. And then we get the message, this story never ended.
If I could turn back time.
Copyright. So that was Mind Game. And that is the light version.
Yeah, the vast majority of this movie takes place inside the whale. And just a bunch of weird fucking shit happens.
Where do you want to start? Is it the animation? Is it what happens within the whale?
Let's start with the animation first.
The animation.
Because our boy over here, he uses a bunch of different styles, and there are several moments which are really off-putting because he goes from, like, you know, traditionally animating their faces to these hyper-realistic, like, photos that are, like, actually manipulated. And it's creepy as fuck. And it keeps happening. It won't stop happening. So
well, actually, it stops when they go in the whale.
That's true.
So for the first act of the movie...
Yeah, it's going to keep happening no matter how much you want it to stop.
It just shows the actor's real face, but, like, 2D animated.
Yeah.
So, okay, that's weird. Like, frame-by-frame animation rather than just solid video of them talking.
Like I said, it's a photo of them that's then manipulated. Like,
yeah. It's so
like for the mouth, they actually like take different photos and
because just recording their face would be too hard.
Yeah. No, that would be too simple. We have to make this weird as fuck.
And imagine if a movie was entirely shot with an fisheye lens. That's what a lot of these shots look like. Just everyone is distorted in some way.
Like their limbs always move really weird and shit.
Joints are no longer existent.
And all of the females have red at their joints for some reason.
Yeah, later on when they're in the whale.
It's weird.
Also, if you have epilepsy, do not watch this movie. You will... There is a lot of flashing lights near the middle.
It will probably cause you to go into epileptic shock, so don't do that.
Can't recommend.
Nope. But for the people who don't have epilepsy, and if you want to know what it's like to take LSD, probably just watch this movie. My God. Oh my God. But yeah, and honestly, besides just the weird trippy shit, the animation is just really solid for the most part. Like, I like a lot of the use of lighting as well in the movie. It's really cool.
Yeah, it is. The use of color is fantastic, and the animation style, while weird, is unique.
Yes, it is. It is very unique. Like, there's the way he draws faces and stuff, so...
And this isn't normal, because I've seen his other movie, Night is Short, Walk On Girl, and that's more, I guess, traditionally animated until the end.
You think it's weird in, like, what, the last 10 minutes or
Last
something?
10 minutes are a literal fever dream.
Jesus.
But yeah, the animation works. There's a lot of montaging, which makes this very much an art house piece.
Especially that little song at the end. It just kept going. I'm like, oh, well, we're just using that whole fucking song, aren't we?
I was making the joke of, like, what, you don't get? But if you are looking very closely, because all the images go by so fucking fast. Mm-hmm. But you can get a wrap-up story for each character. Like, the waitress, she gets a shorter haircut and looks very tough.
Then they become an astronaut, yeah?
Well, they became a boxer first, or a wrestler,
right.
and just kicked the shit out of dude.
Yeah, she was good. God, I want to get my ass kicked by her.
And she apparently becomes an astronaut. They literally solved the Yakuza thing in one line. It's just like, wasn't that Yakuza thing weird?
Yeah, he's like, wow, it was weird, wasn't it?
That's it. Moving on.
So stupid. I was like, really? You did? That's it? That's all it gets?
That's all you get.
Oh God, that seems like such a cop-out, but it's so funny, I can't help but kind of respect it.
Yeah.
Like, such a slap in the face. Yeah, it was weird. All right, good thing we handled that.
I don't know if Nishi and Moing got together, though.
Yeah, they doesn't really make clear by the ending. Is it like she misses the train thing and then they go together? I think.
Well, that's when time loop happens. I'm talking before we go back.
Yeah, I don't know if they get together or not.
I know the old man lives happily. We see him like just doing
He's in a boat chilling or something.
Yeah, no, he was at a house. Like he just got a normal life.
Good for him.
Happy for him.
Good for him.
Sorry. For the opening joke of that you guys heard, that is something that kind of happens in the movie where they have a radio inside.
Yeah.
And when they first get there, all the characters except the old man who's been there for 30 years, realize like, oh, we're stuck here.
Yep.
And outside, the radio guy is just like, it is such a beautiful day. Go for a walk. Go for a swim. It's fantastic out. And you see like people being happy, walking their dogs, and then the characters just stone faced.
They're just like, one man has their head down and the other's just like,
just crushed. Did we mention this has the video version? No, we did at the opening.
What?
That there's a video version of this on YouTube. That's why, because they can see the audio listeners.
Yeah, we
don't
mentioned.
know.
Oh, okay. I thought
I was making
like,
sure.
Oh, yeah, videoizing like the movie. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, don't you remember the audio podcast
Yes,
Mind Game?
My God, it's
That would be so much worse.
that would be so much worse. It's like my goal in life. I want to make like the trippiest fucking audio podcast, like, or at least an episode of a podcast that's just stupidly trippy. Also, my headphones became unplugged, so I have to plug that back in. If I can find the hole, hold on.
Every man's problem.
Yeah.
I was about to go somewhere. Something oddly dark is it's heavily implied they showed up right before the old man was about to kill himself.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, like he opens a curtain and he sees like all these like hung dolls and like these scribbling messages like, oh yeah, blah blah, but then there's just an empty noose.
Nishi stayed behind as the old man was trying to cheer them up, and he kind of destroys the place, but then finds a hanging section because the old man was just didn't want to be alone. Oh wait, shit.
What?
I always forget when we say suicide stuff, we should give a warning beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
So
we'll just keep going. We'll do it at the end.
Yeah. Okay. It is a dark scene, and it does add a lot of character oddly to what's going on.
It does. There's a lot of really interesting like character moments in this. So
even if I still wouldn't call them 3-dimensional. That's the weird thing, because it's so art housey.
Like being the characters are not really who they are is not really a focus in this movie.
It both is and isn't.
It's weird.
There you go for the box. It's weird.
It's weird. What more do you need?
Flow. It's hard. I'm trying to think. Okay.
What do we need to go to now?
Do you want to talk about the montage?
The one with the weird gimp thing?
Yeah.
Like
the weird dance gimp thing.
We don't really even know. Like they what, like put like balloons on their boobs to.
Yeah, the waitress lady puts she puts one big balloon. She puts balloons on herself like to make a helmet have boobs and a cock.
Yeah, like literally just like a giant balloon cock.
And everyone just is super hype about this and starts playing with her.
And they're like dancing around, but then like there's a spinning wheel and they cover themselves in paint and keep jumping on to the thing.
To make a rainbow wheel, and then they play with that, and then
they have like bamboos on their dicks too
to fight. No, they do double dutch.
Double dutch with fucking bamboo cocks. That's a sentence I thought I'd never say in my life.
It's high art.
High art.
High in one way or another.
Yes. Or both. Who knows? It would not surprise me if he was on hard drugs during the production of this. Like, my God.
I think it'd be more scary if he wasn't. Yeah. I'd like to note as well, with all this that we mentioned, this movie was released in Japan under the rating of G.
Because their logic was, we want as many people to see this as possible.
I am apparently part of the Japanese rating board because I would say something like that.
I would too.
I want everyone to see this movie just once because it's one of those things that is so fucking hard to take.
It's just, you will never be prepared for this. You may think you are, but you aren't.
Also, warning, I should have said this at the beginning. Warning, if you are new to the movie, even though we spoiled the ending already, the Shout Factory version, the main menu, is the ending of the film.
Yeah, just straight up has one of the shots from the last scene of the film.
Which, I mean, technically, it says it never ends, so it's an infinite loop, so everything's the ending and beginning, in a sense.
Still, kind of a dick move.
Dick move. What the fuck? And the moment where they just start all dancing in the fucking strobe light room. It's like, okay, all right, this is our life now.
Yeah.
Yet I don't hate it. This is a really good movie.
It's a really enjoyable movie. So, should we... I feel like we should warn there is almost rape at the beginning of the movie. We should warn about that. There's nothing happens, but it's very close. So
all that happens is a character gets their shirt ripped off.
Yeah.
And it stops right before
anything happens. Yeah, like they spread their legs and look at them, but then it stops because... Yeah, that was very uncomfortable. So just a word of warning.
Yeah, that's a word of warning.
I'd feel remiss if we didn't mention that because people might watch the movie and be like, whoa, what the fuck?
Well, yeah, that is a moment that I would say almost goes too far. Mm-hmm. It's still a hard moment.
Yeah, so... But yeah, no, besides that, you're right, just an honestly really enjoyable movie.
It's really fun to show someone who knows nothing about it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think as well if there's anything else. I kind of like that you'd have to watch it multiple times to get it, but also I don't want to sit through this again multiple times in a row, I mean.
Oh, yeah, I don't know if or when I'd ever rewatch this movie. Probably,
5 years.
Probably when I show it to somebody unwilling, or unsuspecting, I should say.
5 years, I'd say, of a break is needed.
I think that's fair.
After we watched this movie, we both just stopped because we're still doing Fringe episode. Well, we're still on Fringe season 1 when we're recording this, and we need to finish up season 1. We were like, okay, we'll watch 2 episodes after this. No, we just needed a solid break.
We couldn't. Yeah, like I was still really tired from traveling. I was just like, I just need to sit here for a sec.
Let's just not. But yes, that was Mind Game.
Yeah. And we were at 51:45, but we're cutting about, 10 minutes of that? 15 minutes of that? So it'll be normal length.
Yeah, I think so.
So. But, yeah, that was Mind Game. Mind Game, more like Mind Fuck, am I right?
Yeah. Ha, ha, ha.
I want to die.
Same.
All right. But, yeah, that was Mind Game. So... that means, ladies and gentlemen, that it's time to spin said wheel.
Actually, also before we spin the wheel, I do recommend this director's Nice Short Walk On Girl. That one is less weird than this until the end. So, it's actually very lighthearted and cute. Mm-hmm. It also has a character who is shitty with women. Like, he just never gets the courage up to ask a girl out, even though they both like each other. But... That's not a spoiler either.
That's a very relatable pain.
Don't. That's expensive. Anyway, it is time to spin.
Ooh,
oh, thank God.
All right, something a little more normal, a little more great.
Okay, we're going down a bit. We are watching God. Running Scared, the 2000s version with Paul Walker. Because there is also another movie in the past called Running Scared, which has nothing to do with this one.
Interesting how that works.
I'm happy we got this one because, it was this one and Lucky Number 11 that are on the wheel. That are good. Just movies we need after this.
If we'd gotten Old Boy or something, that would have been rough.
That would have. Honestly, you don't know how rough that would be.
I don't, and that's why I'm both excited and scared.
I mean, Old Boy you can prepare for. I'm not going to let you, but...
Yeah, well...
But Running Scared, no. Also, our set for YouTube version, our setting will probably change a few times.
Yeah, so... Sorry. Oh, well. Consistency.
Consistency, whatever. I have a new table in case last time you remember.
It does.
It's not as good. Also, Cameron didn't hit the table through the entire episode, so that was good.
Right, exactly. I just have you to hit.
You want me to slap you?
You're already going to.
I forget when.
Yeah,
We haven't done it on camera yet.
we have not done on camera yet.
Did we just hard cut after I slap you to end the episode?
No.
It'd be funny. God damn it. Actually, I can't slap from this angle. It'd be...
I sit like this.
No, because I don't have enough wind up.
Why did she use her hand?
I'm better at slapping with this one. Next time,
On Cinema Roulette.
slam your head against the table.